Hi and welcome to this beginner Blender tutorial. Today I'm going to talk about the principle bsdf. In the shading tab, you just can press Shift A, and well, even if whenever you make a material, you can press New, and it's gonna put up principle bsdf just like that. So I'm going to talk about the different options the principle bsdf has. So we're going to start with in render mode. You can do this in either look depth or render mode. So with your object selected, you're going to go to base color, and just like that, it's simple as selecting a color. You can see you get your object colored. Okay, so that's the color is the same as diffuse. So there's another node that it's called diffuse bsdf, which is essentially only the color. So if you plug this to here, you get only the color. So if you just want to input just the color, it's better to have a diffuse than a large principle bsdf. Like, look at this node is giant. So yeah, that was diffuse. It's the same as base color. The metallic blends between a non-metallic and metallic material model. So basically there's a value between 0 and 1, and try and play with this value until you get to 1. You see, when we look at the object from a different perspective, the light reflected is going to change, because it's metallic. It reflects much more light than if it was just like not a metallic object, you know? So we're gonna leave it like, again, I'm not gonna get too much into this, but you can play with the values to see what it does. Okay, the roughness specifies microfacet roughness of the surface for diffuse and specular reflection. So if we turn it all the way up, means we have little to none reflectivity. It's very rough. But if we turn it down, we have sort of more light reflections in these areas. Okay, as you can see here, we have the metallic turned all the way up, but we're not seeing a lot of light reflected into the object because we have the roughness turned to 0. If we start to bump the roughness, as you can see, we have much light reflected. Well, the emission is like also a value that gives, like, when you go to the render tab and enable bloom, there is your emission. It's a value for emitting color into the environment. If we bump it up, as you can see, we have a lot more of emission coming from this object. Is the light emission. So you can change the colors like this, and suddenly you have a glowing cube. Well, yes, this is the thing I wanted to show you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.